In the summer of 1955, a quiet revolution was brewing in Montgomery, Alabama. A brave young girl named Claudette Colvin would challenge the status quo and spark a movement that would change America forever. Born on September 5, 1939, Claudette Colvin grew up in a segregated world that told her where she belonged, but she believed in equality.
In the 1950s South, segregation was deeply entrenched in every aspect of life. From schools to buses, African Americans were constantly reminded of their second-class status. Claudette Colvin's upbringing in such an environment was both challenging and formative.
On March 2, 1955, at just 15 years old, Claudette made a choice that would change her life. When asked to relinquish her seat to a white passenger, she refused.
I remember that day clearly. I was tired, not just physically, but tired of giving in. When the bus driver demanded I give up my seat, something inside me just said, "Enough." I couldn't move. I couldn't give up my seat. It felt like history had me glued to that seat.
Her defiance led to her arrest, but it also ignited a fire within her community. However, the response was complicated.
Claudette's arrest was a pivotal moment, but it also brought to light the deep-seated fears and challenges within the civil rights movement. There were concerns about her age, her background, and whether she could be the figurehead they needed. But her courage was undeniable, and it inspired many to take a stand.
Colvin became a key figure in the legal battle against bus segregation, with support from figures like Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King Jr.
Claudette's role in the Browder v. Gale case was pivotal. Her testimony helped dismantle the legal framework of segregation on public buses.
The case ultimately led to a landmark Supreme Court decision, striking down bus segregation laws in Montgomery and beyond. Despite her courage, Claudette's story was overshadowed by others.
Claudette was just 15, and there were concerns about her age and circumstances. The civil rights movement needed a figure who could withstand public scrutiny.
Why was she overlooked? Experts analyze the reasons behind the selective historical remembrance of civil rights figures.
It's a complex issue. Factors like media portrayal, strategic decisions by movement leaders, and societal biases all played a role in who became the face of the movement.
For decades, Colvin remained silent about her role, but today, her story is finally getting the attention it deserves.
It's been a long journey. To see young people learning about my story and understanding the importance of standing up for what's right, it's incredibly fulfilling.
Claudette reflects on how it feels to be recognized now and her message for future generations.
My hope is that young people realize they have the power to make a difference. Don't wait for others to take the lead. Your voice matters.
Claudette Colvin's bravery continues to inspire new generations in the fight for justice and equality.
You know, Claudette's legacy is a beacon for today's activists. Her courage back then, it echoes in our efforts now, reminding us that change is possible.
Claudette Colvin reminds us that courage comes in many forms and that every voice matters in the fight for justice. Let us honor Claudette's legacy by standing up for what is right, even when it's difficult.